Dun 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 dun! You've clicked on www.larrythewineguy.net, which used to be just a website, and I'm Larry the Wine Guy, Certified Sommelier, but you're here for the unveiling of the first video done on the same address, but it's now a live blog where I can post everyday articles, post videos, but more importantly, you can comment live. You can follow me by clicking on the bottom right corner of the screen, and every time I update my blog with either a video or an article or a video wine lesson, you can follow me. I also allow you to share this information and share my blog with all your friends who are interested in learning about wine, with your friends on Twitter and your friends on Facebook. You could follow me on Twitter also at @LarryWineGuy. Anyway, it's good to see you again, and today I wanted to talk about dessert wines, or what people call dessert wines. Everybody has a sweet tooth. I find that dessert wines that people call dessert wines get rated, even by reviewers like myself, as a higher grade of wine. They get 95 points, 100 points, because people naturally lean towards something sweet. It's hard to say something bad about something that tastes sweet. There are all different types of wines that people call sweet wines, dessert wine, or nectars, like late harvest. That's easy to understand. You can take any grape, harvest it late, have more sugar content like a late harvest Riesling, and you got yourself a late harvest dessert wine or sweet wine. Sauterne in the village of Sauterne, or the area of Sauterne in Bordeaux, Chateau de Cam, famous, world famous wine. Canadian ice wine is a very famous white wine or sweet white wine by pressing frozen grapes mechanically, and it takes a lot of grapes, so it costs a lot of money to get Canadian ice wines. I want to talk about the fortified wines, or red wines specifically, because red wine in itself, even if it's not a sweet wine or dessert wine, has been proven to have antioxidants, especially a very important one called Resveratrol, that is good for preventing cancer, anti-aging. Doctors are telling you that it lowers your cholesterol level, lowers your blood pressure, all sorts of benefits for the heart, and prescribing that you drink more red wine. Well, why not have a dessert wine and get health benefits out of it too? Fortified wines are wines that we fortify with brandy in order to bring up the alcohol level from these sweet grapes or raisined grapes. One of the famous ones of the world is port. It's short for Portugal. It's got about 5 or 6 red grapes in there that are fortified with brandy. It has to be a minimum of 18% alcohol by the Portuguese government in order to be called port. If you see other ports and you're drinking other ports, I feel sorry for you, but people do. The Taylor New York State ports, the Fairbanks, the Gallo products from what's the other one? Fairbooks. I don't even remember because I don't even look at this stuff. Paul Masson ports and all that sort of stuff. Sheffield, that's the other Gallo product. You're not drinking port, and people drink with it. I don't even understand them cooking with it, but they do. The other wines that are sherry from Spain, that is a fortified wine from Spain, from the Jerez region of Spain, and the cream sherries are the sweet ones. The other ones are dry sherry, so it is made in a sweet style and a dry style. Madeira from Portugal, and the famous Marsala from the island of Marsala in Sicily, and that is has other purposes than just making chicken marsala or veal marsala and savory dishes. You can actually drink as a dessert wine a wonderful marsala. But one of the most famous red wines that you may not know that's made into a dessert wine is what we call Recioto. Recioto is an Italian word made in the Verona area called Valpolicella, or in the Soave region. It means raisins. Raisins. I talked about it briefly at my visit to Italy last time with the great importer Nadia Galati, who is the importer of wines from Italy for Albarello Imports, her and her husband Chris Thompson, and we went to La Cappucina winery right in the heart of the Soave region with the Tessari family, Sisto and Elena and Pietro, and we talked about that briefly, but I want to talk about specifically more about their Recioto that they make. Recioto again means raisins. They take these grapes, that are known in the area. With Valpolicella, it's usually the same thing that goes into a Valpolicella. They raisin the grapes or air dry them in baskets or on ropes, as we saw in my previous video. Corvina, Rondinella, Molinari, Croatina, those are the grapes that would go into a Valpolicella usually, or a Amarone, same thing. Valpolicella is a baby Amarone, we don't want to get detailed into that. Or they make their Arzimo at La Cappuccino, which is a Recioto of the Soave region, which is the white grape that's indigenous to the Soave region of Verona, which is Garganega. But specifically I want to focus on a red wine that Sisto gave me a bottle to take home. They make it into a still wine here. It's called Carmenos. It's made from two varietals, as you can see it closer. Carmenos from La Cappuccino. By the way, they're an all organic property that they do there, and that even makes the grapes taste better. No chemicals used or pesticides. And they're using in their still wine and this Recioto or Dolce wine, grape variety Carmenere, which you may be familiar with from Chile, but I had no clue that they grow a different type of Carmenere, but still Carmenere in Soave region of Italy, and it's delicious. And they blend it with an Italian varietal that I have never tried in my life until I went to Italy, that Sisto gave us, is Ossoletta. Carmenos, Carmenere, plus Ossoletta equals Carmenos. And again, this is their raisined grapes, the Recioto, that is made from those two grape varietals, has 15% alcohol, just like any other sweet wine. The more sugar content in the level, you're going to lead to high alcohol wines that are sweet. And this has the benefits of all the Resveratrol, but it's a wine, these type of Reciotos from Valpolicella, or from this two grapes, Carmenos, specifically designed, it even says it on the label, for dark chocolate. And lo and behold, one of my favorite things in the world besides wine is dark chocolate. And I'm a chocoholic. Not an alcoholic, but a chocoholic. And the news and the medical journals have been reporting scientific studies that chocolate also is loaded, dark chocolate specifically, with resveratrol and loads of antioxidants that are good for the heart and good for aging and protecting against cancer and all those good things. Now you put the both together, a Recioto like Carmenos with a bite of dark chocolate. It's a perfect pairing. You've created your own raisinette and you've created a super antioxidant, you know, times two, squared. It's antioxidant squared. I'm going to try it. I have a little bit of Carmenos poured here. My favorite dark chocolate is usually Scharfenberger in Berkeley, California, but you can use any good quality, not your Hershey bar or your Kit Kat. This is not a Kit Kat bar moment. This is a dark chocolate quality moment. Carmenos. Oh, just smells like beautiful raisiny, cherry tasting raisins. And of course you want to do it this way. I have some good quality organic dark chocolate. I don't even remember the brand. I had picked it up, but this is super dark, 80% cacao. This is not sweet. It's a bittersweet, not sweet tasting chocolate, but the two together, it's like I said, you're in raisinette land. Let's take a bite of chocolate, let it really roll around the palate. I could just eat the chocolate by itself, but we're trying to be educational here. Oh, that's good. Now it's at that point. Oh, this Carmenos is fantastic. I don't even know where to tell you to get it. I don't know who has it. I got it from Italy in La Cappuccino. You can contact them. They're on Twitter at or their website, lacappuccino.it for Italy. You can talk to Elena or write an email to Sisto and ask them if there's anywhere in the United States you can pick up Carmenos, or maybe they can ship it to you. I don't know that part of it. You'll have to contact them. I just know I got a bottle and you don't. But go to your wine shop and start looking instead of ports and doing something like this, and look for Recioto, R-E-C-I-O-T-O, Recioto. Del Valpolicella. You want the red one. You don't want the one from Soave for this study. You can drink the white one, but you want the Recioto de Valpolicella. They'll have it. It'll cost you about 25 bucks average for a bottle that you can just drink every time you have dark chocolate, and you're in for a combination that will drive your palate wild and satisfy your sweet tooth, and something really, really different from Italy. It's great to have a blog now. I hope to have more followers. I hope to see more interaction. And as I always say, wine is not for snobs. It's for everyday people like you and me. I'm going to have another bite of dark chocolate and some Carmenos. And until I see you next time right here on my new blog, www.larrythewineguy.net. Have yourself a great day. Have some dessert that's healthy for you. This is really something else. And healthy too.